Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Black Desert Online. This is a newbie gearing guide. Whether you are a brand new player to the game, whether you are old veteran who wants a new player experience, or you just don't have a lot of silver yet and are lacking in armor pieces, whatever is the case, I am going to suggest two equipment sets and I'm going to explain why I suggested these two equipment sets. Now the first equipment set right here, right now, is two pieces of Tally's armor, specifically Tally's gloves and Tally's helmet, and two pieces of Agirian armor, specifically Agirian armor and Agirian shoes. So what this gives you is two distinctive two-piece set effects. You get, from Tally's gloves, you get 1 point of critical hit, so you have some offense there. And from the set effect, you get 1 point of movement speed. Agirian set here gives you 150 HP, 50 of those coming from the Agirian armor and 100 from the two-piece effect. And Agirian shoes give you another point of movement speed. So essentially it is a nice balance of offensive and defensive stats. You get some HP, you get some critical hit rate, and you get 2 points of movement speed to run from monster to monster and so forth. However, Valkyrian Warrior does not really benefit from the critical hit rate, like at all. So I suggest a different armor set if you are playing a Valkyrie or a Warrior, or if you just don't wanna use Tally's armor pieces. And it is this one. We are using Zereth gloves and Zereth helmet in addition to the Agirian armor and Agirian shoes. Now the Agirians do what they did in the previous one. 150 HP, 1 point of movement speed. That's what you get out of the two pieces of Agirian. However, the Zereth gives you 2 damage against everything, which is on the gloves, and the set piece effect is 200 endurance, which is essentially 200 points of stamina, allowing you to dodge more. You can use this set with every single class out there, but this is suggested for the Valkyrie and, well, Warrior for sure, because they don't benefit from the Tally's gloves at all. And obviously this set has a little higher DP because Zereth gloves and Zereth helmet has more defense to it than the Tally's pieces do. However, you do lose the movement speed bonuses, and there is no offensive bonus on this other than the +2 damage against everything. Whereas that 1 point of critical hit rate from the Tally's gloves tends to scale better than the one, well, piece of armor giving +2 damage to everything. Now, let me explain why these two armor setups. Why them? Firstly, cost. Just straight up, cost. Nobody really wants the Zereth or the Tally's armor pieces, so they are very cheap to buy, for the most part. If you look up gearing guys, people tend to talk about Taritas armors and whatnot. The thing is though, if you are buying from Marketplace, you can buy Taritas chest piece or you can buy 4 pieces of armor. Which would you rather buy if you're a new player? In all honesty, all of these armor sets I suggested here will carry you all the way to level 50 as long as you keep upgrading them when you find blackstones. You don't need to buy blackstones from the market, right? One of the early quests gives you a as well weapon. I believe it's the Goblin Boss. You will do that quest at around level 15, and that weapon, when you upgrade it with blackstones, it will also carry you all the way to level 50. Just fine. I tested this out myself on my Valkyrie. I believe I was level 47 when I finally upgraded my weapon to past the safe enchant point. Essentially I upgraded to +8. So I had still armors at around +5, which is the safe enchant level for armors, and I had my weapon at +7, which is the safe enchant level for the weapon. Alright? So you don't need more than that, and once you have gotten yourself past level 45, have looted up all the stuff, have gotten a lot of silver, then you can really start looking for the end game gear. But you don't need that from the beginning. So I suggest getting cheap armors, like this. The Talis, the Agirians, the Zereth, the Agirians. The only possibly expensive piece out of these is the Agirian armor, but I feel like that is such a good thing to have on a new character, the Agirian armor, and 2-piece Agirian set in general, simply because that 150 HP allows you to usually live and hit or 2 extra when you are grinding, so it gives you a little bit of leeway of making mistakes. Agirian gloves would be fantastic for most classes because the casting and attack speed are desirable for almost everybody, but the thing is, those are very desirable in auction house. Those gloves cost a lot of silver, so I don't think giving them to new players, or rather suggesting them to new players, is the thing to do, because frankly new players will not have a whole lot of silver, whereas you can get these 4 items for about 150,000 silver. You can get that by level 25 easily if you loot what you kill and if you sell your green items in the marketplace on top of that. Easily done. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was an eye-opening to somebody who is new, hopefully this was helpful, so forth, and really, you don't need the best armors to make your way to level 50. It's past level 50 where you really need to start, well, considering really upgrading your gear to the end game sets. Thank you very much for watching.